Okay, let me talk about these cell phone companies. There's a lot of advertising for the cell phone companies. If you switch, we'll do this, we'll do that. So recently I switched from Cricket to MetroPCS. Bad mistake. They said that they had the fastest network ever. So I'm like, okay, I'll try them. Now the problem that I had with Cricket was not the service. When I went to the facility, the problem I had with them, that the phones were extremely high. I can't see why anybody pay $600 for an iPhone. I just can't. Even though Apple seems to be a good product. But here's my problem. These phones don't last the duration of the $600 worth. They just don't. And Samsung, they quite costly too. They don't last as long as they should. So you end up getting phones and you don't get your money's worth. So my problem is with these companies who claim that they have great service. Now, Cricket had great service. Don't get me wrong. I never had a drop call when I wanted to surf the internet. It was no problem. So I switched to MetroPCS. Here is my dilemma. I've tweeted them. And the funny part is when companies don't want you to continue to say things about them, you'll notice if you do it on Twitter, they'll say DM me, which means direct message me. And that way they can have a conversation and keep it under wraps. But you really notice you really never get no resolution. So I say, if you DM once and you don't get a resolution, go back to the way you was doing it at first. Because these companies need to learn your money is hard earned. You earn that money. You don't have no money to throw away and you don't have nothing to play with. So if you're going to give a service, you better provide a great service. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I converse with them about their service. Now, at certain times in certain buildings, you can't even get no service. It says it's emergency call only. Now, I'm an asthmatic, and I can't afford to have my phone be on emergency call only because even though emergency call would work, what if it don't work? You follow what I'm saying? Then it changes from 4G to 2G. The third issue with their service is it drop calls all the time. And you're in the midst of talking and then the call drops. And I have a problem with, you want to get my money faithfully on the date of the month. You want my money for your service, which is crappy. So my feelings are, if you can't provide me the service, then why would you want me to pay my full payment when I've had at least 7 and 8 drop calls and some phone calls did not go through whatsoever? So I have a problem with that. So the last time I tweeted about the service, the MetroPCS support say we'll go into one of our facilities. So today I decide to give them the benefit of the doubt and go into one of their facilities. I go in the facility. The girl says to me, "Are you here to pay a bill?" I'm like, "No, I have a problem with my phone." "Well, you're going to have to wait then." Is this how you talk to customers that pays the bills that people pay to the service, help you keep your job? And if it weren't for customers, you wouldn't have a job. MetroPCS wouldn't have a business. So if this is the customer service experience that you want your customers to have, well, you just have to wait then. So it pissed me off tremendously. I turned around and I walked out the door. So I knew there was so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I go to the next location of MetroPCS. The lights are up there brightly shining. But they have the store full, but it's not open soon. Says coming soon. So after multiple experiences with MetroPCS, I'm going to call them. And I'm going to ask for my phone to be released and unlocked so I can take it back to where I came from. Bottom line, your service is crappy. And anybody else who used MetroPCS, my niece, the one told me she went and got it, so I took her word when she got it, and I decided to go ahead and give it a try. But not happy, and she has dropped calls as well, and so she's thinking about reverting back to Cricket as well. So service is so important, and good customer service is really important. And if you can't provide the fast network like you say, then you shouldn't tell nobody that you have the fastest network, because that's a lie. Bottom line.